In a land filled with sunshine and laughter, there was a village so pretty it looked like a painting. This village, named Afikpo, was where the air carried a sweet scent, and the joyous sounds of children playing reverberated through its narrow, winding paths. In this peaceful place lived a newly married couple, Ekanom and Itam. Their marriage had begun with optimism and joy, but beneath the surface, a storm brewed, as Itam's mother, Mama Itam, fiercely clung to her son. Ekanom loved Itam with all her heart and dreamed of building a life full of happiness with him. Yet, every time she tried to draw closer to her husband, Mama Itam would interfere, pulling Itam's attention toward herself. Mama Itam believed that, as a mother, her place in Itam's heart was unshakable. Ekanom felt increasingly sidelined, as her husband's love and affection were constantly divided between her and his mother. The tension between the two women grew sharper with each passing day. Itam, trapped between the two most important women in his life, found himself torn. He cherished his mother for her wisdom and the sacrifices she had made, but Ekanom was the one he had pledged his future to, the one he had vowed to love and cherish. His heart ached, trying to balance both relationships, but every attempt seemed to fail, leaving him feeling helpless and frustrated. One evening, after a particularly difficult day, Ekanom could no longer hold back her emotions. She confronted Itam, her voice trembling and tears streaming down her face. "How can you choose your mother over me?" she cried, her heart laid bare. Itam was stunned. He loved Ekanom deeply but had not realized how much his actions had been hurting her. In that moment, he knew that things needed to change, but he wasn't sure where to start. Feeling lost, Itam sought guidance from the village elders. He explained the situation with a heavy heart, hoping for a solution. The elders, with their vast experience, listened attentively to his plight. They reminded him of the old wisdom: a man's heart is vast enough to love both his mother and his wife, but maintaining balance is essential. Their words gave Itam a glimmer of hope, but he knew he had to act swiftly to save his marriage. Equipped with the elders' advice, Itam returned home, determined to face the issue head-on. He sat down with Mama Itam for a difficult conversation. "Mama, I love you, and I always will," he began. "But Ekanom is my wife, my future. I must find balance between the two of you." Mama Itam resisted at first, reluctant to loosen her grip on her son. But as Itam spoke, she slowly began to understand the harm her actions had caused. After their talk, Mama Itam reflected on her role in the tension. Though she loved her son dearly, she realized that if she continued to interfere, she would only drive a wedge deeper between him and his wife. Mama Itam had always believed that a mother's love was incomparable, but she came to understand that Ekanom, too, had an irreplaceable place in Itam's heart. With a heavy heart, she decided to step back. Later that evening, Itam and Ekanom sat together, the tension of the past few weeks slowly lifting. "I'm sorry, Ekanom," Itam said, gently holding her hands. "I didn't realize how much pain I was causing you." Ekanom looked into his eyes, her heart softening. "I just want us to be happy," she whispered. In that moment, they both knew their love was strong enough to overcome the challenges they had faced. Itam vowed to be more attentive to her feelings, and Ekanom promised to be patient as they navigated their challenges together. In the weeks that followed, healing came to their home. True to her word, Mama Itam gave the couple the space they needed to grow. Itam made more time for Ekanom, including her in his decisions and showing her the affection she had longed for. For the first time in months, Ekanom felt seen and cherished. What was once a house filled with tension had transformed into a home full of peace and love. With time, the balance the village elders had spoken of was restored. Itam continued to honor his mother but made it clear that Ekanom was his equal and partner. Mama Itam, though initially hesitant, found happiness in seeing her son and daughter-in-law's bond grow. Ekanom, in turn, gained a new respect for her mother-in-law. The once divided household was now united, proving that love does not demand a choice between family members, but rather the ability to create harmony between them.